Hey guys, I'm back, and this time I'm in the garden. As you can see, it's about 8 o'clock on a Wednesday evening here in England, on the outskirts of London. And I actually want to say first of all that this is the second time I've done this video, um, but the first one failed because I couldn't find a AVI to MP4 converter previous on my camera, so I'm back on the laptop. But doing these videos is really technical, and it's so hard to be able to put something together quickly. Um, that's why I'm just reverting back to my old format and what I was using before to do this video. I'm sure a lot of you guys can probably relate um, to that, doing YouTube videos yourself. Um, but I've got a tin which I bought about 3 years ago on eBay, and it's it relates to what this video is about really, and that's Everest, um, the highest mountain in the world. And I just wanted to share my experience of Everest really. I mean, it all started in 2007 when I was working in London and had quite a good job, and I kind of thought I want to do something different, and for a sort of a holiday. I wasn't a trekking person at all, and decided that I wanted to go to see Everest, um, the highest mountain in the world, and go to Nepal and visit that amazing country. And yeah, so I hit the button on the keyboard and joined like an adventure holiday company. And about 2 months later, I was on a plane from Doha in Qatar to Kathmandu. And I arrived in January, which is probably not the best time of year to go when you're trekking because it's cold and there's a lot of snow about. Um, but yeah, arrived and stayed in the Kathmandu guest house, I think it was at the time, and met up with the group um, of people who were doing it. As I say, this is 2007, so it's going back a bit. I think I was like in my mid 20s. Um, but anyway, the next day we woke up and we went to the airport to get a flight to Lukla, which is a mountain village in the Himalayas on the trail to base camp Everest. And couldn't go because the weather was too bad. So we thought, oh no, what are we going to do? So we all went back to the hotel, waited the next day, and waited for the flight in the morning. And lo and behold, we all got ready, and the flight didn't take off because they were snowed in. Um, so off we went again, and anyway, this went on for about 5 days. Um, and on the fifth day, um, we woke up and we were at the airport, and I just said, "Look, guys, I'm not coming with you. I'm going to do something else. I'm not going to wait another day for for a flight that's probably not going to take off. Um, so I remember vividly taking my bag off the conveyor belt, signing the papers. Yeah, I'm not part of this group anymore. I'm going to do something different. Went back to the hotel, and of course, that was the day the plane took off. So I'm stranded in, not stranded, but I'm in Kathmandu on my own, um, thinking about maybe maybe I should have waited for the flight, but anyway, it wasn't to be. And I did a lot of. I still had a great time. I mean, Kathmandu, there's enormous amounts to do there, and it's such a cultural place. It's so different, um, and absolutely loved it. But I never even saw Everest. In terms of like what I wanted to do at the outset, didn't get anywhere near it really. Um, and yeah, just sort of had enough. Just got me thinking really, in lots of different ways. Um, and yeah, so it was a bit of a strange one. It's not to say I don't want to see Everest all those years later. I do. Um, just going to get the pipe going. It's the black cherry. Love that stuff. But it kind of made me question why I wanted to see a big rock, which is what Everest is in the first place. I think, and also made me realise that you can't physically visit everywhere in the world. Um, so it's impossible to see everything. I mean, I'm sure some people have tried, and they can say, yeah, they visited 100, 300 countries, but how much of it they've seen and much of the culture they've experienced, I don't know. But yeah, it made me think I need to think about valid reasons for doing things. Um, whether it's I'm going to see a person, for example. Um, Most people go somewhere because they're going to see friends and family, or they're going to see. You can't. What my thoughts were was that you just can't live on a view. You can't live on a view. And it was a more of a sort of like reflection on life, really, more than anything. And I think that's what the East does. It's very. I'm sure the West is too, but for me, it was sort of a spiritual awakening uh, kind of uh, trip more than anything. And as I say, it had quite an effect on my life. And it also sort of made me think about why people want to climb Mount Everest, for example. I suspect for most of the reasoning is a personal thing. Um, why would somebody want to climb the highest mountain of the world? It's like Edmund Hillary said, it's because it's there, isn't it? That doesn't necessarily answer the question, but it does prompt you to think about the reasons why someone would want to do it. So yeah, Everest, smoking mixture. You can see why I like the tin. So I think as well, trekking and going on long walks in the Himalayas is you have to be mentally up for it, I think. as well as possibly physically too. It's a combined approach. Um, I think it's as important in the mind to be able to say, yes, I can do this, as it is with the body. But I've got a little travel journal as well that I made when I went out there in 2007. I just happened to find it again. But there's all sorts of wonderful art and everything like that out there. You can see. Um, there's Everest as well, which I've got a picture of at the very front of the book. 8,848 meters high. Um, I've also got some rupees as well. These are. I really like the script out there. I wish I could understand it, but I think that's going to be. I suppose I could have lessons, but it must be nice to be able to read that script and write in the script as well. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. Um, as I say, it's something that I, s- something that a place that I visited a long time ago, but it's always been with me. So if you've seen Everest, or if you've climbed it, or for whatever reasons, I mean, feel free to share in the comments. I'd be really interested to find out your thoughts on it. And yeah, as I say, leave a comment in below if you've been to it, if you've been even if you've been to Kathmandu. Yeah, just leave your comments there, and I'll certainly be reading it. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to leave you to it now, but I'll be back. See you.